Helping cheese farmers. This is a video, if you live in Salem, Oregon, you live in Portland, Oregon area, Salem, Oregon area, this video is for you. And some of you are saying right now, wait, did he just say cheese farmers? What did he just say? I said that very thing to myself. Now, let me explain. So my friend Katie Bray, she is incredible. She is amazing. You know, my heart goes out to all the struggling culinary businesses. You know, some of you seen the videos I've made on my Spark to Bonfire platform talking about the restaurants and breweries and bars that are struggling. But there are lots of culinary producers struggling. Katie Bray is the director of the Oregon Cheese Guild. She's right over there. I can see her, but you can't. She'll be on this video very shortly. So they have got some incredible, they call it a tasting kit. And I cannot go with a tasting kit. It is 5 pounds of cheese. Don't worry, we're going to tell you all about it. It's going to go in this bag. 5 pounds of cheese to me is not a tasting kit, so I'm calling it a cheese extravaganza. So earlier this week, Katie reached out and said, hey, we got to move 100 of these bags to get income to help these cheese makers and farmers. And she has this nice email. I reply, hey, I want to help. That's what I do. Some of you know that's what I do. I love to help people. Let's make a video. She says, okay. So I reply, I look over the stuff, and all day, the rest of the day, I'm like, I'm so excited, I'm going to help the cheese farmers. I'm going to help the cheese farmers. And then I'm driving down the road, and I go, late in the day, I go, what in the heck did I just say? Cheese farmers? What am I talking about? All day I've been telling myself about cheese farmers. Well, it's because I love cheese makers and I love farmers. And in this, there's 11 different cheeses you'll get and 5 other goodies. And some of them caught my eye in that first video Katie sent me earlier this week. Rogue Creamery, David Gremmels. I love David. He's an incredible cheesemaker. He's a bitter human being, and he's a cheesemaker. And then Mike and Laura Ellis, Mount Hope Farms. They're farmers. I love them. If you want to know how to be a farmer, you need to follow Mike Ellis on Instagram. He's farmer_Mike_Ellis. When I first met him, and I encouraged him to Instagram, he's doing a great job. So he's a farmer. So somehow in my head, the cheesemaker and the farmer got conveyed. I spent half a day thinking I'm helping cheese farmers. What we're really doing is we're helping cheesemakers. So they have 100 of these kits that they want to move. I said I want to do my part to help. So I know a lot of people don't have money right now. So if you've got funds and you want to help, there's a link right down below. I don't care where you're watching this video. I'll put a link right down below. Click it and go give your $110. You get 5 pounds of cheese. You get some amazing stuff. We'll get into the details. Some of you are like, fine, I'll give you my money. Good, we'll take it. It goes right to the Oregon Cheese Guild. It's about $118. And there's one more thing I need to be real upfront with you. You're going to be able to pick up your stuff. You have to go pick this up. They can't ship all this cheese. So you're going to pick it up on Friday, December 18th, Monday, December 21st, or Tuesday, December 22nd, either in the Portland area, Central East Side roughly, or down in the Salem area. So if you're ready to do that, we'll take your money. We're going to move. I told Katie, man, we are going to be able to move 100 of these and help these people, because every one that's sold, you're putting money directly into the pockets of these cheesemakers and these farmers. Some of them are just cheesemakers. Some of them have to actually milk the cows and make the cheese. Well, cheesemakers and farmers. All right, so Katie's going to come on. She's going to clean up this terrible mess I've made. She's going to talk a little bit about her perspective on this incredible thing we're doing. And then her and I've been told I'd get to eat some cheese, and we're going to tell you about those some of the 11 different cheeses in this. It's not a tasting kit. Like I said, it is a cheese extravaganza.
Hi, I'm Katie Bray. I'm the director of the Oregon Cheese Guild, and I am here to tell you today about the Winter Wedge, or as Stephen aptly called it, the Winter Cheese Extravaganza. You can find all the information about how to get these tasting kits, tasting totes, extravaganzas in the link down below on the screen. And so the whole concept behind this thing is, for those of you who've been to our event in Portland or the event down south that we do, the Oregon Cheese Festival in the springtime, we unfortunately, as we all know, weren't able to come together in person. And those events are a huge fundraiser for both the Oregon Cheese Guild and for all of our producers, our cheese farmers and cheese makers. For them, it's just a huge sales opportunity that we have missed this year. And so instead, we took the opportunity to put together kind of a little mini microcosm of what you might get to taste at the in-person event. And it really has blown up into something great. So we did it in October in replacement of the Wedge. And by popular demand, we had so many people begging us to do it again that we put together another one of these tasting kits for the holiday time. So if you order, you can come pick up on December 21st or 22nd. So that's just in time for to gift to someone. You could have this lavish spread at your own celebration. And then if you want to stay and wait, you can join us on the 26th. We're doing a live kind of happy hour event on December 26th at 5 p.m. on Facebook Live to taste through the cheeses with the cheesemakers and do some fun pairings and things. So I think we're going to get into that with Stephen a little bit later. Let me just, a couple quick clarifications. There are actually 13 pieces of cheese in these kits, and the reason you might have thought 11 is because they're from 11 different brands, but one of the cool things that you get is a vertical of Tillamook cheeses, 3 pieces, one of which is from 2010, so it's a 10-year aged cheddar. Super exciting. So for those of you who have done a vertical of wine, it's several years of the same exact cheese, but you get to see how, well, of wine if you're doing a wine one. In this case, it's cheese, so you get to see what age does to cheese. It gets those little tyrosine crystals, that kind of crunchiness that everybody loves so much. And then for accompaniments that go with the cheese, I got corrected once. It's not accoutrement, it's accompaniments. So you get some crackers, some truffles, and then this awesome sparkling blueberry yuzu sparkling water, and then as Stephen mentioned, the Mount Hope Farms jam. So I think we can get into some tasting. Thank you all so much for supporting us. It has been a doozy of a year for these folks, and thanks to our amazing partners, both at the retail level and the specialty food distributors, we have been able to do a lot, to move a long way to make up for what was lost in the restaurant business for these folks. They're out there every day. You know, the rest of the world shut down, but animals keep making milk and people keep making cheese. And this is just one of the ways that we can give back. So I encourage everybody to do good while also being able to enjoy or gift some amazing cheese.
Thank you, Katie. All right, I'm back, and I get to taste cheese. What a lucky dog am I. So I tried to talk Katie into having me taste and spend about an hour eating all 13 different cheeses on camera for you. She said no, she vetoed that, but I do get to taste 2 of them, which I'm really, really excited about. So I get to taste the Portland Creamery artisan goat cheese. This is their cranberry orange chev. Oh my goodness, I saw this on the list. You know, if you, right below where you buy, there's another link where you can look at all the participating cheesemakers. I'll put both links right there. And when I saw this one, I immediately thought, I recently created a cocktail, the Pacific Drift Cranberry Martini, and I am going to have this with that martini. It's going to be phenomenal. And then Katie, she says that I have got to have these Effie's, I don't want to spill them, Effie's homemade cocoa biscuits. I'll put a photo up because you can't see the way I'm holding this. But these are cocoa biscuits with toasted coconut. She says this is the way that I need to eat it. And one thing I've learned in life when it comes to cheese, just do what Katie says and your life is way better. So I'm going to try this. You see how amazing this is? I do love goat cheese. It is so good. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. And Katie, you were right. You were right. With these cocoa biscuits, I would have never thought, which is dumb of me, cranberry and orange is great, but this goat cheese with these cocoa biscuits, do I have cheese on my face? She's shaking her head no. Okay, this is phenomenal. All right, you guys at Portland Creamery, thank you so much for all your goat cheese. Effie's, I now know of you because of Katie. I'm going to have to check you out more. This is phenomenal. I just got to have a little bit more. Oh, wow. Okay. And I am such a lucky dog. The other combination I get to try, I'm so excited. Rogue Creamery, my son Zach and I did a podcast with Dave Gremmels. I love him, he's amazing. He has donated, not donated, but made available to the Wedge for this special tasting kit, Brutal Blue. Now, I don't know much about it. I'm not the cheese expert, Katie is. I'm just the eye candy here. No, not really. But I love his blue cheese. So I get to try that. And Katie told me the thing that I need to do is I need to have the Mount Hope Farms Raspberry Marionberry Fruit Spread. I've actually done 3 podcasts with the good folks out there, including one. They got so good at social media, they did a podcast on the social media for farmers. That's how good they've gotten at it. And I think they cheat. They've won so many Good Food Here awards. It's amazing. They're phenomenal. So Katie says, she schooled me on this. Then I need to put some of this on the cracker, like this. Ooh, that's good stuff. And then she says I scoop some cheese on there. I'm just gonna pick up a piece of cheese and put that on there. I just want to take a photo with that. That's beautiful. Okay, here we go. I feel like I've died and gone to cheese nirvana. Oh my goodness. Again, Katie, you're right. I would have never thought to put the blue with the raspberry marron dairy and the cracker. I just wouldn't have done it. I just gobble up cheese by itself, and the flavor combinations are incredible. In a minute, Katie's going to come on. She's going to try a couple of the cheeses, tell us about those. We don't mean to leave anybody out, but you can look at the link below to see all the 11 cheesemakers. We can't talk about everybody, but get your kit. You know, and I'm not, you know, I'm sorry, I'm an introvert. I'm not big on events, but if you love cheese and you want to know more special cheese tricks, you can bet your bippy that when Katie does that virtual event coming up, there's information about it on the website. Check it out. You'll find out about all these different cheeses. So buy your cheese kit, enjoy it, and then if you want, get more cheese magical wisdom from Katie. Okay, Katie's going to join us. She's going to talk about the cheese, and we're going to wrap this video. But please remember, if you can, please purchase your kit so we can help the cheese farmers. No, wait, the cheese makers.
Well, those pairings looked amazing, Stephen, and I can't wait to try some of my own. One thing I did want to mention is the theme of this kit and the event when it happens on the 26th is all about pairings. So that's why we're kind of talking about what goes awesome together from this kit, and I'm going to talk about a couple more. One of the cheeses I wanted to talk about is from La Mariposa. They're making cheese down in Albany along with the Don Froylan folks. Actually, now they're in Salem. And Mariano Batro came from Argentina, where he grew up on a dairy farm, and his dad was a cheesemaker. So he brought this recipe. It's called Chubut from Argentina. So this is an Argentinian cheese. It's super creamy and really mild and beautiful. And one of the things that you get in your tasting kit is this awesome blueberry yuzu water kefir from Drift West. So water kefir, for those of you who don't know, is just like sparkling water with probiotics in it. So it's good for you, and it just tastes really refreshing. And the acidity of the yuzu, I think, is going to be beautiful with this really creamy cheese. Just kind of cut through the fat of the cheese and the richness. So I'm going to give a little taste of that. Yeah, there's a beautiful herbal factor to that yuzu that is such a nice complement to this Chubut. So that's one of the great things you're going to get to taste that comes in your kit. And the other one that I wanted to talk about was this vertical from Tillamook. So you'll get 3 Tillamook cheeses. They're all the same in the style that they were made. They're aged white cheddars, but you'll get to try one made in 2015. 2017, and then the pièce de résistance is a 10-year aged cheddar from Tillamook. So it was made in 2010. And we'll have Rebecca Baker from Tillamook will be on live on the event on the 26th to talk you through what happens to cheese over time, what you should be tasting for. But we opened up the 2010 today, and it is such a treat. One of the things that happens as cheese ages is it develops tyrosine crystals. And that gives it that little crunchy, nutty note that you get when you have some of these aged cheeses. So I'm going to give this one a little taste right now. That's the Tillamook 2010. It's so beautiful. There's almost like a sweetness to it. That, you know, you get that kind of sweet cream and milk. It's very similar to what I'm getting through here, and just a little bit of that crunch. That's going to be great. And when we do the live tasting, that's going to go along with these delicious chocolate truffles that Whole Foods has donated for these kits. You'll be getting these along in your cheese extravaganza. And we're going to see what dark chocolate and 10-year aged cheddar taste like together. Super excited for that. There's so much more in here. I wish I could tell you all about every single one of the 13 cheeses that you're going to get, but pick up your tasting kit, gift it, keep it for yourself, eat it all, save some of it, and join us on the 26th. It's your choice. It's your extravaganza.
Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. Katie got to taste the Tillamook 2010. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to snitch a piece right now. I wish I could say Katie's not watching, but she is. She's right there. She's watching me snitch a piece. snitch a piece. I can talk because my son's accent English is hard. Strong opinion sports fans will understand that reference. But wow, oh, that is good. Thank you so much, Tillamook. I know that you've done a lot to help make this happen, and you've done a lot to support other cheesemakers, not just this year, throughout the year. So thank you so much for your support. Absolutely love all that you guys do out there. Love me some Oregon Coast, I have to say. So please go, put a link down below, buy your cheese kit. If you're like, hey, I want to help make it happen, but I don't want the cheese kit, just purchase it. And then just tell Katie to donate it. I'm sure she can find people that need cheese. You donate one, maybe she can even give one to City Team Rescue Mission on a homeless shelter. You know, I worked there as a chaplain for a year and a half, and people would literally give things like that on Christmases or holidays, and those people would be so grateful. So maybe you don't want the cheese. We'll find a place for it. We just want to help move 100 kits to help these farmers, to help these cheesemakers. Oh, and I do want to mention, Don Froylan makes the most amazing cheese. My brother Marco would be after me, no end, if I did not mention Don Froylan. They've got an incredible cheese in here. And Laura Ellis reached out to me today from Mount Hope. She knew I was doing this video, and she said, I have to mention, I think it's TMK Creamery. Is that right? TMK Creamery. She says they are the best cheese curds. You get a garlic dill cheddar, or garlic dill cheese curd in there. I love me some cheese curds. So I don't want to leave anybody out. If we didn't mention you, I'm so sorry. We'll try to feature you some other time, but there is a list where you can see all the providers. Thank you. And by the way, I have to say, Katie Bray is amazing. I said, let's make a video. She said, come on down. We're in her backyard during this COVID. I think this is the world headquarters of the Oregon Cheese Guild. But how amazing for her to say, let's just film in our backyard. We've set up lights and my equipment. That's how committed she is to the farmers that she's carrying and the cheesemakers. She's willing to open our home up and let us film right here so we can get the word out right now, because time is short. You have about a week to get these, so get them. Thank you again, Katie. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Stephen Schaumler, Culinary Treasure Network. Help us help the cheese farmers. I mean cheesemakers.